Hello everybody and welcome to vlog number 4. Hey, here I am. Yes, it's been a while since the last one, but there's been good reasons why there's been a little bit of a delay. Supposed to do this last week, but was a bit busy. We'll get to that very shortly. But suffice to say, I'm really on borrowed time right now because I'm supposed to be preparing for something, which I'm going to go over very shortly. It's now 10 to 11 and I've got lots of things to do. This is my third attempt at this video and time is really ticking, so I need to keep this below 20 minutes. No questions asked. Below 15 would be great, but that's going to be tough. So I'm going to crack straight on. The topics are very disparate. I'm just going to be firing them out there. Boom, 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 boom. Changing topics. No sense to it. No sense to the order. Just going to keep you on your toes. Here we go. Before we start though, I think these vlogs could use an intro or something. Some kind of intro video. I don't know. What do you think? I'll just leave that one with you. You know what I mean? Get a thinking on that. But yeah, right, okay, boom. Brain freeze moment. Last weekend, supposed to do this, but was busy. My friends were badgering me in June, early July. When are you having a barbecue? When are you having a barbecue? I used to have a barbecue every year. Last year I didn't have one because the house was being renovated, as was the garden. So, people were getting a bit antsy. When's the next barbecue? One of my good friends has moved to London about 3 or 4 months ago, and she was coming back for the week last week, so she was free. Other friends were badgering me, so I thought, bloody hell, okay, we'll have this barbecue. So booked it in for last Saturday. Weather reports weren't looking marvellous. In fact, the weather's been crap for about 3 weeks, coming up to a month, almost solid rain. It's been awful. I've been feeling really crap. Hate rain. Don't mind if it's cold or grey or whatever, but I just hate rain. Anyway, it was looking a bit shady, the weather reports. So, debating barbecue, no barbecue, what shall I do? Weather reports are a bit iffy. I do what I'll do. I'll cook the food inside, and if it's nice, we'll eat outside and we'll drink outside. But I'm not going to do the barbecue. So that's what I planned, that's what I did. And lo and behold, typical, it was sunny. Typical. So could have had the barbecue after all, but if I'd have done the barbecue, it would have rained because it's Sod's Law. So it was nice. We sat out in the newly renovated garden. I've got a little patio area with flagstones down. We sat in there, about 10 of us, drinking, eating, more drinking, merriment, jokes, catching up with the neighbours and the friends, and it was really, really enjoyable afternoon / evening / night / morning. Because after we'd finished in the house, we kind of slipped off into town, went to a couple of clubs and got home at about 3 in the morning. Finished off with a McDonald's double cheeseburger, double quarter pounder with cheese, fries and 20 nuggets, spicy nuggets, the limited edition ones. I think I ate about 16 of them. As you do on a night out, you just go for it, you know. Oh dear, it wasn't pleasant the next morning. A bit of a dry mouth and all I could taste was spicy nuggets. But yes, so it was really great fun last Saturday. So that's why I was busy and I couldn't do any sort of vlogs. And Sunday I was recovering from rather dicky tummy and head. So yeah. So this week I'm busy again. It's that time of year. I'm busy again. So this video, you're seeing this on Friday. So as you are seeing this, I am not in Leeds. I will explain in a minute. So there's no videos this weekend. No Stardew Valley. There's no Baldur's Gate today. No Stardew Valley tomorrow. No Stardew Valley on Sunday. But there is a Stardew Valley stream on Sunday evening. It's bank holiday here in England, so we don't work on a Monday. I say we as in me. And I don't play football on a Sunday during a bank holiday. I usually play football on a Sunday, but not on a bank holiday. So I'm free Sunday evening. And because it should have been Stardew Valley Saturday and Sunday, and there hasn't been any, I'll stream it on Sunday for you instead. How's that? For a compromise? There's always a silver lining, right? So look forward to that. 7 PM Sunday evening. I will put that in the old channel somewhere before I leave to Manchester. What? I'm off to Manchester this weekend. Now, as you're seeing this on Friday, when I put this up, I'm probably there now, already drunk. But I'll give you the backstory. I've got a good friend of mine, and for her 60th birthday, Yes, her 60th birthday. People always look at me funny when I say that. You're 36, how have you got a 60-year-old friend? It's a long story, but I've got a very wide, diverse range of friends. Range of ethnicities, range of ages. I'm that kind of person. You know, if I get on with you, don't matter if you're 80, 60 or 20. We're all going to have a good time. So, for her 60th birthday, she wanted to go to Manchester for a night out. I'm happy with that. She's bored of going out in Leeds, wants to try something different. Manchester's the nearest city that's got a decent nightlife as far as I'm concerned. So, well, yeah, book a hotel, let's hit the Manchester town. Wherever we go, we go. We'll just go with the flow and have a good old knees up, good old dance and see what happens. So, but she got a bursa. A week before we were due to go in June, before her birthday, week before her birthday, she had a bursa in her leg. Now when I got the text message through a week before, I've got a bursa. I thought it was one of those auto-predictive things. I thought, is this a spelling mistake? What's happening? What the hell? I've never heard of a bloody bursa. What's a bursa? Anyway, apparently it is a medical condition. She couldn't walk on her leg, so I had to cancel it. Thank heavens for free cancellation. So cancelled it, and she said that we'd rearrange it for August. So I said, fine, August is fine. Give me a chance to recover from my holiday in June and save up a few more pennies. And hence, she works shifts, and this is the weekend in August that she had free. So, at the start of August, we booked in again to a different hotel this time. And what the hell's called? Sorry, complete mind blank there. So yeah, we booked in the hotel Friday night, going there Friday morning, having a spot of lunch. Gonna go to the hotel. I'm taking some water, a bottle of rum with me and some Coke and some snacks to have in the hotel for a bit of pre-drinking and a bit of pre-snacking. Hit the town round about sort of 5 o'clock-ish, see what happens. Don't know what's going on. Just gonna go with the flow. It was rather fortunate because when we booked the hotel in June, apparently park life was happening, unbeknownst to me, and the hotel prices were rather high. And I was thinking to myself when I was booking the hotel, why are these prices so high? Is it because it's Manchester? Why are we paying like £100 a night for a hotel? And that was why, it was park life. Booked the hotel for this weekend. The hotel prices were half of what they were for the park life weekend, so we've ended up paying less. So that's good. But yeah, so if you see someone looking like me swinging from a lamppost in the middle of Manchester, you know, it is me. It's not a lucky likey, it is me. I will be there getting up to all kinds of nonsense, no doubt, because when I get a few drinks in me, I'm liable to do many things, hopefully some of which I won't remember. So yes, that's me for this weekend. Okay, moving swiftly on. I don't have much time. Football. Change of topic. Football. I'm a Leeds United fan, and I say that with a pained expression, quite clearly, especially after last season, how it ended in disastrous fashion. But I did watch the documentary that came out last week, Take Us Home. So the start of this week, for the first 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's what I was doing. I was spending my time watching the Take Us Home documentary, and I found it a thoroughly enjoyable experience. In a sadistic kind of way, given the sad ending. But it was really interesting to see the team behind the scenes, the senior officers of the team, the directors, and it was really, it was a great watch, apart from the ending. I had a few tears in my eyes at various bits, but I really enjoyed it, and that's given me a renewed vigour. Watching that gave me a renewed vigour for this season. As, you know, to really get behind the team and enjoy hopefully enjoy the experience of going up. I'm hoping. We got off to a good start, same as last season, but we seem to be renowned now for getting off to flying starts in the league and then screwing it up after Christmas. So I'm not by any stretch going to get carried away, but I'm just praying and hoping that we have learned from last season, that some of the new signings that we've got are going to hit the right notes. They already are seeming to be doing so, and just keeping the fingers crossed that we can just get in the top two this season. I really do hope so. If you support a team, I hope they do well. I hope they do what you expect or even exceed your expectations, unless, of course, they're in the Championship, at which point I hope they finish below Leeds, with all due respect. And finishing off the football topic, I got banned about 6 weeks ago for kicking somebody. I'm sure I've told you this, so I won't relay the whole story, but suffice to say, the ban has been lifted last week. I'm back playing competitive football again, and it's good to be back. And but I haven't paid my fine yet. And until they come knocking on my door, threatening to take my chairs away, I am not paying them. It's not even my money. Was it even my fault I got sent off? I mean, I know I kicked somebody, but it was the referee lost control. If the referee had got a grip, it wouldn't have happened. Okay, moving on to impudence scales. Told you, we're going all over around the houses here. Impudence scales. Moving on from football and fitness, I suppose, is the link there, kind of. I have been, for the past year, a bit more conscious about my health. It must be a getting old thing, maybe, that I'm thinking I'm not getting any younger, and therefore I have to work a bit harder to keep in the same sort of shape that I was in maybe even so much little as 5 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago. As you get older, your metabolism slows down, and it just gets that little bit more tricky to stay in physical peak condition. And you start to lose your pace, and you start to lose a bit of this and that as you get older, naturally. So there you go, folks. Doom and gloom. If you're in your 20s, you got this to look forward to, all right. But yeah, suffice to say, I've been cutting back on some of the unhealthy foods, moderating the portion sizing down, and continuing with my cardio and my football. So I would like to think that I'm in a decent shape. I'm 6'2". I'm 13 stone 2, which for me, given my previous history of my weights ranging from all the way from 15 stone when I first started LPing, you can see some of my earlier video updates, my face is out here, not a pretty sight, but I was 15 stone when I started LPing, and I'm now 13 stone 2. So, you know, I would like to think that I'm quite in trim shape. And I look in my mirror, I've got a nice 8-foot mirror on one of my wardrobe doors here, and I do routinely check myself out, you know, every so often, just to make sure, you know, that are the curves and the definition, is it in the right place, and, you know. It's hard not to when you've got a mirror there. I've never been like this, but since the mirror's there, it's there, you know. So, but look, to me personally, I think I'm in decent shape. I'm not going to strip off and show you, but you know, I'm in a pretty good shape. Not quite so toned and athletic as a professional footballer, but you know, there's you know, the definition's there where it should be. So I thought, you know what, I'm quite interested in buying some of these impudence scales, which are these scales that measure your, just checking the time here, measure your body fat, measure your water, measure your muscle mass, to give you a more holistic and rounded view of your overall health, rather than just a bog standard set of scales. They were 20 quid on Amazon, found them and thought, oh, they look quite interesting. Read the reviews, people were saying, I've been to the doctors and these were very accurate, these were similar to the professional version, and loads of positive reviews, like 4.5 to 5 stars average rating, over 1,000 reviews. Very accurate, very good, blah, 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 blah. So I thought, for 20 quid, at least if I'm not happy with the readings or whatever, at least it does your weight, you know, because use it as a normal set of scales, as a spare set, because we do have a set in there. So they arrived yesterday. I opened them up. Now I've had a proper one done with all the probes they put on you, all the little sticky things they put on you, and they run the electricity through you, or the current or whatever they put through you. They put it through these little probe things to get a more accurate reading, and they put them all over your body. So I had that done about 4 years ago on a cruise. It was a free taster. They tried to rein you in with other things. But this was free, and I came out to be about, I think it was about 16% body fat at the time, and I was about 13 stone 3 then, and I was about 4 years younger. So I'm thinking 13 stone 2, the lightest I've been for a long time was last November, and I was 12 stone 12. So I'm 13.2, not too far from that, and I'm quite happy with being around about 13 stone. So I thought, I'm in good shape, good tone, doing the exercise, food has been moderated, I'm going to be round about 16 to 18% body fat. It was a body fat percentage I was mostly interested in. Out of interest, you know, just out of curiosity, to see where the land laid, you know. So I stepped on these scales. You take your socks off, you've got to step on these little things on the scale and, you know, calibrate it first. Then download the app on the phone. Not a problem, I can do that. Bluetooth. And step on. And it flashes up your weight on the scales. That's the first thing you see is the weight. And I got weighed and it was 13 stone 2. I thought, yep, that's definitely accurate because I am 13 stone 2. I know that for certain. So that's accurate, very good. Right, let me just step off the scales now and it pings your phone. Ping, ping. Right, oh, readings are in. Okay, muscle mass 9 stone, whatever. Skeletal muscle mass. Oh yeah. Water 49%. Okay, that seems to be fine. BMI. My BMI has always been on the high side, and I don't think it accounts for build and tone and muscle mass and stuff. So I've always been throwing that out the window. Body fat percentage 23%. That's a bit higher than 16 to 18, isn't it? But in terms of the scale, what's 23? Is that like still fine? Is it not fine? Where does it sit on the scale of things? Let's go to the scale. Literally, bordering on obese. BMI, bordering on overweight. I'll go back to my mirror. Scales are broken. That's my conclusion. Scales are broken. So the moral of the story is, folks, not that I'm, you know, trying to cause a scene here talking about weight and whatnot, but if you feel happy in your clothes, you feel happy in yourself, you give yourself a once over in the mirror, you know what, I'm happy. That's the main thing. But in all seriousness, I don't think these scales work. And the people that might have a bit more knowledge, you might be more knowledgeable about these things than me, some of you. I don't think these scales are accurate in all cases. In some cases, they may be accurate. But I think the nature of the scales, because of where the probes are or where the things are that you put your feet on, they only really get a good reading of the bottom half of your body, unless you're putting your hands on something as well to get an upper half reading, or if you're getting the proper probes put all over your body for an all-round reading, then it's going to be more focused on the lower half of your body. And I know for a fact that I do put most of my weight on the lower half. I know that for a fact. It goes on my thighs, it goes on my bloody backside. Not that it's there now though, because I'm working out, so I can't fathom why the body fat percentage is so high. But suffice to say, I appear to be fine. But what I am going to do is I'm going on a cruise again in November, and I'm going to hit the spa in November after I've stood on those scales before I leave on holiday, get the readings, write them down, and then I'm going to go for the professional version in the spa on the cruise and compare it and see if these scales are flipping inaccurate or not, or maybe I've got hidden fat where I can't see it. I don't know. But apparently, according to the app, where the fat is that's causing the problem, it's the subcutaneous, what the hell, visceral fat was fine. It's the fat around the organs. It's the subcutaneous fat, which is the fat in and around your skin. Apparently, I can't see it personally, but you know, I don't have love handles, I don't think. Anyway, enough about that. But that's impedance scale, folks. Don't buy them. Don't buy them. They'll give you a complex. Okay, 18 minutes we've strayed. I'm straying. I've got things to do to prepare for tomorrow, and I'm just straying. I'm straying. Roleplay at work. Change the topic. Roleplay at work. I told you a couple of videos ago that I had applied for a voluntary position at work as a role player to role play for people that were practicing interviewing. So lo and behold, didn't hear anything. Didn't know what was going on. Maybe they've forgotten about me. Got some correspondence last week, an email to say that are you still interested? If so, attend a taster session. Taster session was this week, was Monday. Went on Monday, they told you about the role and asked you if you were still interested. Suffice to say, yes please. So I signed up for a trial session. So I will be stepping into roleplayer shoes for a work capacity in October is when the date is. So just thought I'd keep you posted with that. October, hitting the roleplay. You get given a scenario, and certain things you've got to say, certain ways you've got to react, and you just roll with it. Bit of ad-libbing in there. Might go dressed as Captain Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2, fresh with hat, coat, and cutlass. That'll throw them off the game, won't it? Right, we just come to discuss your self-assessment tax. What the hell are you? Oh, don't mind me. Don't mind the guns. You know what I mean? Now what? Let me just unsheath my Lancaster repeater here. What were you saying about self-assessment? So yeah, I'll keep you posted. But really looking forward to it. Roleplay, you know I like a bit of roleplay. And who knows, maybe it could lead to bigger things. First step, roleplayer. Next step, Coronation Street. Who knows? Right, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley addiction. Yes, I'm addicted to Stardew Valley. I'm not afraid to admit it. I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who suggested Stardew Valley as a side series. It's a bit long for a side series. I didn't know this at the time. However, I'm not sad because I love the game. And I have to limit myself because if I play it as much as I want to play it, I'm going to have like 6-7 hours stored and I'm going to run away with myself. So I'm limiting, I'm holding back. I want to play it, no, just give myself another couple of days. I want to play it, no, not yet. I'm supposed to only play it on a weekend, but I need to play it. I even bought a mug. I never buy mugs for games, but I bought a Stardew Valley mug. I was compelled to buy this Stardew Valley mug to sip tea whilst playing. It's a perfect game to play whilst sipping tea. Don't know what it is. So just want to say a big thank you to those of you who recommended it in the first place and those of you who voted for it when I put it out to the vote. Not for the first time, a suggestion that you guys have made has ended up being a game that I have really loved. CK2 was the other one that was suggested way back when, and I was like, I don't want to play it. Just play it, somebody said, just try it. Fine. You know, 300 hours later. One of my favourite games of all time. So yeah, this is right up there as well. There's something so addictive about it. It's a simple concept. It's a stimulation game. You know, it's not very action-packed in terms of like, you know, your Red Dead Redemptions, your Witchers, your Witcher 3s. But there's just something about it. It's got a quaintness about it, a uniqueness of sorts. It's just something about it. And I can't place it. Why is it so addictive? Why? Tell me why. But anyway, it's coming on Sunday. Just give you another reminder there. So Stardew Valley, thank you so much for suggesting it, people. I love it. Right, to finish off this stream then, as we stray over the 20-minute mark, and I can never keep to a timing, even when I'm under my own real-life pressure to get things done, I still can't do it. Hey-ho, such is life. Some things never change. Patreon, we'll finish a session with Patreon thanks. First of all, a big thank you to all of you who rolled over your support for another month. Thank you very much for your continued support. It is very much appreciated, and I've probably given you all a friendly reminder now that you have rolled over without your sort of realisation, and you're now not going to rush to cancel. But in all seriousness, no, thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. And also, of course, a big thank you to new Patreon members: Josh Kemp, Andy Bowser, Crollis, and Rush21 Love, who have all signed up since the last vlog. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And I think it was Crollis who also created the Green Fingers Green Mayo mod for Stardew Valley as well. So a double thanks to him because I love that mod as well. Green Mayo in the flesh, if you will. So thank you all for your new subscription as a patron to the channel. So just to finish off then, still on the topic of Patreon, is as it's on there, as I've said in the past, and I will say it every vlog to make it clear, any money that you donate or whatever you want to call it is for the benefit of the channel. It is to keep the channel self-funding, self-sufficient, and it's to, I'm going to use it to enhance the experience for everybody, such as buying new equipment, like the webcam that I'm using now was purchased through Patreon support money. The Stardew Valley mug was a little treat really, and I can showcase it on a streamer too. And This Is the Police was purchased as well, which is the current live stream series. So it's all used for the benefit of the channel, so that everybody can benefit from that. And this is my main hobby. I do this for probably about 30 to 40 hours a week when it comes to playing, streaming, editing, rendering, and doing other bits and occasional channel comment and stuff. It's about 40 hours a week, 30 to 40 hours a week of doing this, and it's the same amount of time as you put into a job. But I don't see it as a job, I see it as a hobby, and I share this hobby with you all. I enjoy doing it, I've enjoyed doing it for 9 years. So that's what I'm using the support money for. Nothing purchased this month to update you with, but what I do want to update you with is I have got a new goal for any support money between now and Christmas. Apart from a new PC, which I'm not due one yet, so I'm not going to buy one, but I may be due one in a couple of years' time. Who knows what's going to happen by then. But the next most important piece of equipment for me when it comes to this whole setup and when it comes to LPing and stuff, or doing other stuff on the computer, but I'd mainly do LPing on the computer anyway. So, but the biggest thing, other than the PC itself, is this thing. The thing I sit in for about 8 hours a day, every day, without fail, unless I'm on holiday or something. I've had this chair for 5 years, sorry, and it's now on its way out. The gas canister is going down, so the chair goes down all the time. The leather's coming off, it's peeling, it's all over the floor, it's all over my clothes, bits of leather all over the damn room. It needs to go. It's served its time, and it's been a damn good chair, the best chair I've ever had. You know, I paid a little bit of money for it to have the quality compared to the usual 40 quid office chairs. You buy that knackered within a year, if that, and it's been great. The amount of times I've just sat in this chair, put my feet on the desk, and boom, out like a light. But I need a new one, and I've seen one. I was supposed to buy it in July, didn't get around to doing it, so decided, do you know what, I'll buy it for Christmas. I always like to give myself something to look forward to for Christmas. So I always like to have a purchase ready for Christmas that I think, you know what, something to look forward to, that I'll treat myself to for Christmas. And this year it's going to be a new chair. It's going to be the Titan, the Secret Labs Titan chair, 2019 edition. And I've read the reviews, many reviews, both on YouTube and other sites as well, and it looks like it is the chair for me. The Titan version is slightly bigger. I mean, I'm 6'2", as I've just explained in the section about the damn scales. So, you know, I need a nice chair that's going to support me. And I have had back problems like early last year. So it needs to be comfortable and supportive, and it, you know, it needs to look good as well. And it ticks all those boxes. So it's £350. So I'm hoping by Christmas I'll have saved up enough Patreon support money through your kind donations and through the YouTube revenue money as well, to be able to use the combination of the two to fund this chair. And it will be the proof will be in the pudding. It is the ultimate purchase for me. I could not purchase anything better. And you know, if you're donating this money for the, you know, for the purpose of the work that I've put in and the entertainment I've given you, then I'm telling you now, getting this chair from that will provide me with so much joy you won't even believe. On Christmas Day, when I do the video update that I do on Christmas Day, or even before then, maybe I'm planning on doing another Christmas party stream this year, so maybe even for that I'll have this new chair, and I will tell you now, I'm going to be like a kid in a candy store, and that will be down to you guys that have helped to support that. Yeah, that's the plan going forward, so you know what you're supporting now, so for the next few months. So thank you very much once again. Right, I've got to stop this now. 25 minutes, is it? I don't have it up on my screen. 28. Oh, Jesus, what am I doing? When am I going to learn? Anyway, enjoy your weekends, folks. I certainly will. Sunday's stream could be interesting if I'm still severely hungover. We'll see how it goes. I may need lots of tea on that Stardew Valley session. Enjoy the weather, and until next time, see you soon.